In this instance, in our environment in Lekwa, motion of no confidence means something else, because in our municipality it's purely about numbers. It's not necessarily about performance. Unfortunately, I was fired from the choir because myself and Ronald Mkonkwane, we were said to be singing as if we were on the grandstand. But at least I tried to sing. Yes. In the first motion, which was passed by the DA, it stood. Then we went for re-election, and unfortunately I won, and I became the mayor once again. Yes, yeah, unfortunately. We always thought that we were fine with the EFF. With the EFF, we were doing things in the municipality with the EFF. Unfortunately, they then changed side and voted with the ANC.
I just want to tap into the youth space, right? I really think that we do have a huge crisis when it comes to the youth, right? We are facing drug abuse, alcohol, and most of our youth is not really employed. So I don't know if you guys had a plan for that. Sorry.
To come to the administration of the municipality, there was no municipal manager, no executive managers, no HODs. It was just Mzansi Magic, where everybody was acting.
So before I close off, let's just let the journalist side of me come in for just a moment. And have some controversial question, right? Do you think that, I don't know what is the correct political word, but the combination or, ukuhlangana nje where EFF and the ANC is it a good, or you feel like it's a shaky decision? Like, are we in trouble?
Yeah, no, you see, that marriage, unfortunately, it's not based on genuine issues. It's based on personal issues, and already cracks are there, tension is there.
Hi guys, welcome back to Explicit Charter Podcast. So we are back. Happy New Year, happy 2025. I know you've seen my face this year, but we didn't have a proper conversation. So I'm welcoming you guys today. And as you can see, once I do the work. So today we are with our former executive mayor of Lekwa local municipality, Mr Thabethe. Sanibona baba ninjani?
Sanibona njani kwena kanye nababukeli bakho.
Amen. Right now, we are just taking a tour at Mr. Thabethe's house. He's going to show us a few of his pictures, from when he was still just a boy growing up. So, Baba, you can just take us around and show us.
No, I think this is the first picture of me when I was the mayor in 2000. As viewers will know, this was not my only stint as the executive mayor.
Yes.
I was the mayor in 2000. This was immediately after the new political dispensation of the formation of local government.
Okay.
So I became the mayor at that time in 2000.
Okay.
And then this one, obviously, it's the most recent one.
Yes.
So you can see the difference between the boy
and the man. Yes. And the man, no, definitely.
Exactly. So these are my two most precious pictures that I thought maybe I should share with you.
Okay, no, thank you so much. As you are saying, I think now it's much more, intriguing. Like, I have so many questions. So this politics thing has been your thing for from when you were young, because when we look at this picture and you look at this one, you can tell it's my politics.
Yeah, no, I was introduced into politics at a very small age. I think I became very, very involved in politics when I was 14.
Wow.
That's when I joined politics at that time. It was in the midst of the struggle during the apartheid era.
Yes.
Viewers will recall that we had our own incidents in 1986 when the revolt started in this municipality. I had an opportunity then to be adopted by very prominent comrades at that time, Bosi Pongwenya, Stephen Klapo, Joe Maringa, Papa Nkabinde, the late. These are the people that introduced me into politics and took me along. And fortunately, I was the youngest in them all. So that's when I joined politics. So it has been my life since then up until now.
Okay, no, amazing, amazing, guys. So there you have it for our little tour. So right now, please just stay tuned for our sit-down interview. We're still going to give you more information. We're still coming out with more content as we are going to sit down and we are going to dive into the local stories and affairs of Lekwa Standardton. This is our municipality, and I'm sure there are certain things that we want iron out. So I'm here to help you guys go through that. Again, I'm back and we are seated down as I promised you guys. So right now we are just going to dive into more details and some information about, our Lekwa local municipality. And we are going to touch bases on the political side of things. Mr. Thabethe, we are not meeting for the first time.
No, we are not.
Yes, this time around, improvements, those equipment. The last time they go up and down.
So I see you've grown, you've upgraded yourself.
Yes, we are working, guys, trying to build,
that's good,
ourselves. So thank you so much for affording me another opportunity.
My pleasure.
This means a lot. It means a lot. So the last interview we had, you were just reinstated as the mayor, right? So now again, we are back to square one, right? You are no longer a mayor, and I believe that for the same reason that you were taken down before. So can you please just iron out, firstly, before you get to the issue, can you please try to explain to us what is exactly the motion of no confidence?
Okay, motion of no confidence. I'll first explain what it's supposed to be and what it is. What it's supposed to be a form of a system within a municipality or a government in which members of that council or of the municipality, in this instance councillors, will look at the performance of the mayor and say, in light of his lack of performance or poor performance, we do not believe that we still have confidence in this person. They then go to council and put a motion of no confidence. Now, a motion of no confidence is acceptable. It's there in the standing orders of the municipality. The motion of no confidence will then be debated on whether should it be accepted or not, should it stand or not. Now, once the motion of no confidence is accepted and it wins, so it means that the mayor in question will then vacate his position.
Yes, exactly.
But it does not then say he can't then restand for re-election.
Yes.
So you can stand again. So in this instance, in our environment in Lekwa, motion of no confidence means something else, because in our municipality, it's purely about numbers. It's not necessarily about performance. Because if we're to look at the performance, the motion of no confidence will not have stand. If you look at the way in which my administration performed, the motion of non-confidence, if it was debated purely and judged purely, it would not have stand. But then, because of numbers, you will recall that in our municipality, we don't have an override winner. We did not have an override winner in the 2021 elections. And therefore, that means there's no party that holds the majority in council. Now, we then formed what we call a voting bloc, in which parties from the opposition sides, other than the ANC, that is your EFF, your ATM, Freedom Front, DA, and LCF, came together and formed the government. Now, we formed the government because of the numbers we had. And the ANC had less numbers. Unfortunately, in the first motion, which was passed by the DA, it stood. Then we went for re-election, and unfortunately, I won. And I became the mayor once again. Yes, unfortunately. And then the recent time, the EFF, which has always voted with us, unfortunately chose side and changed their position and voted with the ANC.
Oh, okay. Sorry to cut you there. Is it like a thing of just changing sides like that, or you guys were sure about your union? It was a surprise for you to realize that all of a sudden the EFF chooses to side with the ANC, or you guys just accept or be prepared that anything can happen?
Yeah, that's the problem with hung municipalities. Hung municipalities are municipality municipalities where there's no override winner, there's no majority party. Now you can expect that now and again that numbers will always change. So unfortunately, like in this instance, we always thought that we were fine with the AFF, we're in power with the AFF, we were doing things in the municipality with the with the AFF. Unfortunately, they then changed side and voted with the ANC, which then outnumbered our bloc, because ourselves as Lekwa Community Forum, DA, Freedom Front, ATM, and the other independent councillor, we remained intact. Unfortunately, the numbers swayed when they moved to the ANC, and that's how the ANC regained the majority and regained the municipality. It's something that can also change. Come April, you can see, come another motion, you can see us winning, because it's always the number game. That's the unfortunate part with the motion of no confidence and the hung municipalities.
Okay, no, it's totally understandable. Right now, I just want us to focus on the developments that you've made in the community during your time as a mayor. Can you just please take us through the things that when you look at them right now, you are like, here I really did an impact and I do see my work. Like, for instance, I think the project of the mall, it started with you. So can you just please go with us through that? And today we just want to focus on your achievements, because we are here to talk about you. We don't want to focus on who did what to who, but we just want to, recognize the things that you feel, I think I did serve my community well.
Yeah, no, to be honest, I'm proud of what we have achieved within a short space of time. When we came in 2021 in November, you will recall the situation our municipality was in. We did not have functioning robots. We have roads that were dongas. We had liquor shedding, where businesses and communities will not have electricity for 5 hours, 6 hours a day. And that had a very negative impact on businesses. The morale of the staff was very low. The staff was not getting PPEs. So it was just lot of things that were happening in the municipality. To come to the administration of the municipality, there was no municipal manager, no executive managers, no HODs. It was just Mzansi Magic, where everybody was acting. So there was no stable administration and stable government. So when we came in 2021, as Lekwa Community Forum and with other parties, the EFF, DA, ATM, Freedom Front, and the Independent Council, our objective was one, to stabilize the municipality, because no matter what is it that you do, unless you have a stable municipality, you're not going to win. So ours was to stabilize the municipality. We appointed the municipal manager, we appointed the executive manager for technical, we appointed director, the executive manager for corporate, and all of that. Now we had to focus on delivery, on service delivery. Now, one of the biggest challenge the municipality had were our roads. Roads into Standerton were a mess, were laughing stock. Every time you will hear when it's road reports, either on SAFM or on any other radio station, it will just be a joke about Standerton. So the focus was to fix our roads. And I'm happy that we're able to bring the Sandral on the table. We're able to talk to other companies around the municipality, your Astral, your COFCO, your Sirit, your ISCOM. And at the end, we're able to fix our roads. And thanks to Sandral. Sandral's project was divided into 3 projects. It was the first phase, which focused on your Bears, Node, Walter Sulu, all the main streets in town. The second phase was on Sydney Dilange, the street from Tutotebe up to Indian Complex. Then the third phase was to focus on circular roads, more especially the main roads. So I'm happy that we were able to do the 2 phases. Unfortunately, on the eve of doing the third one, there was a motion of no confidence. I just hope that the current administration still pursues Sandral and continue with implementing the third phase, because we've agreed with Sandral that they will fix the roads, more especially the major roads in Sakile, including your Hlongane Drive. But over and above that, what we found that there was sewer spillage everywhere. We found that there were challenges with water. And I'm happy that during my tenure, we were able to build a new reservoir, which is in Colin. We also dealt with the problem of the Kiser reservoir. We also fixed the sewer line in Kiser. The other problem that happened in our municipality was that companies were appointed before our turn to come into the municipality to fix problems, to fix roads, sewer, and they were paid millions, yeah, but they were not doing anything. You will find a company. If I can make one example, in Roykopen, for an example, I don't know how many companies were appointed to fix the sewer and roads in Roykopen, but those companies did nothing. But when we came in 2021, we were allocated money by the Department of Water and Sanitation, and together with the district municipality, we ensured that companies that were appointed did what they were supposed to do. That is why we've solved the problem of sewer in Extension 8 in Roykopen. I know there are still challenges, but at least we've achieved a lot. Now, we fixed the robots. We ensured that the stability in the municipality. The project of the mall was conceived by this municipality, if I'm not mistaken, in 2011, 2011 or 2013. And there's been problems with all the mayors that came in, all the administration that came in. There's always been problems. But in 2022, I convened a meeting with the developers of the mall, with the councillors, the engineers. I brought everybody on the table. I said, where's the problem of us building the mall? And everybody made excuses and all of that. I then made what I called at that time the 14 pilot program, where issues that were identified were 14. I said, these are 14 challenges that we are faced with. So assure me that in 2-3 months, we should have resolved all these issues. And I'm happy that the engineers came on board and addressed some of the issues that were there. Our engineers in the municipality came on board. And at the end, we got to a point where we said we have addressed all the 14 challenges that blocked the building of the mall in all these years. And we could finally say, now we are ready. The final a stage of the approval of the mall happened while I was facing the motion of no confidence. But I did not fold my arms and say, I have a motion of no confidence, let me not do anything. I vigorously pushed to ensure that the outstanding issues that prevented the erection of the mall were dealt with. So we were able to deal with all the issues. We had the last exercise of finalizing of the mall the day when I was outvoted during the motion of no confidence. Immediately after I was outvoted, I called the municipal manager. I said, municipal manager, sign the letter you need to sign. The mall must happen. And I'm glad the municipal manager signed that letter, which was with regard to the sewer. And at the end, the mall is starting, because the mall is important in that it's going to change the picture of our municipality. It is important because it is going to create employment for the people of Lekwa. It is important because it will bring more money into our municipality. If you look at the number of cars that are crossing our municipality and going into other provinces.
Yeah, we have one of the biggest roads.
Exactly. One thing I'm happy about with the mall is that once the mall is completed, the mall will have a hotel inside. Now that will mean more people will come and stay in Standard. We've got students that are doing hospitality who immediately after they've graduated, they get off the system. But the building of the hotel in the mall will ensure that those children are absorbed into the mall. Yeah, so the mall is important for the economy of Lekwa, because over and above the employment opportunities that it will produce, they will also be paying for water. They will be paying for electricity. They will be paying for sewer, which I believe will improve the revenue of the municipality, which currently it's the biggest challenge. So I believe that in 3 years, when we came in, we've done what could not have been done in years in this municipality. In 3 years, we've shown the people of Lekwa that if we hold hands with each other and work together, we can change the face of the municipality. Because what I always say is that Standerton is our home, Lekwa is our home. We have no other home. So if this one is destroyed, we can't go anywhere. And therefore, it was important that we focus in fixing our municipality, in ensuring that we rebrand Lekwa as a municipality and Standerton as a town. Unfortunately, then politics took over.
Yes.
And the other unfortunate thing with the motion of no confidence and all of that is that the future of about 600,000 people is decided by 30 people. That's the sad part.
And it's a very big problem, I think.
It is.
And I'm very glad that you mentioned that in a span of like 3 years, because I think the last time we had an interview, you did mention that in a very small space of time, you guys were able to achieve certain things. And it's so great to sit now and actually reflect on that. And maybe now you guys have more insight of what he meant by that, because maybe in the first interview, we were just rushing to finish over.
Yes.
So now, as you can see that he is taking us step by step to say, this is what we have done. This is what we were able to provide for the community. And I'm sure, but Thabethe, you would have liked to do more, but unfortunately, politics is politics at the end of the day. So yeah, while we are still on the matter of job opportunities and the mall project, I just want to tap into the youth space, right? I really think that we do have a huge crisis when it comes to the youth, right? We are facing drug abuse, alcohol, and most of our youth is not really employed. So I don't know if you guys had a plan for that. Sorry, before you were even devoted from your seats. Like, did you guys have any plannings to say, this is now we are going to focus on the youth, and this is the strategy that we have to approach the issues that we have with our youth in Standerton?
Okay. Yeah, it's true. We have a very big challenge in as far as youth issues are concerned. I think one of the first challenges we had to deal with when we came in was to ensure that proof of residence become free of charge. To somebody else, proof of residence is 30 rand meant nothing.
Yes.
But to a person who earns no income, who has no money, who wants to apply for vacancies that get advertised, and you get to a municipality, you are then told you must pay 30 rand to print a proof of residence. If you apply for 5 positions, that means you must have 530 rands. So that's the first thing that we did, that we had to do away with the proof of residence. But then the other problem is all these hubs that are all over the municipality. You've got your Seriti hub, you've got ISCOM hub, you've got Department of Labor hub. And when you look at the impact these hubs are having on unemployment in our municipality, it does not correspond. So our plan was to ensure that we create one unemployment database for the entire municipality. And that database would have been electronical, so that if you register your name in the database and submit your forms, you immediately get informed what number are you. So that when you are number 101 and 100 people get taken by Tutuga, you know that you are the first one on the list because you are number 101. So you can follow up, you can also keep track of where you are. But that is not what is happening. What we found out is that in most of these hubs and in most of the opportunities that comes, people bring their own people. And most of the time that people from outside Lekwa get appointed over and above local people. And everybody says, no, we are taking CVs from the hubs, but there are people that never receive SMSs, that doesn't get called, that do not get opportunities. You see, it's understandable when you say, I went to an interview and I failed, but at least you were called. Or I went to an interview, I failed medicals, but at least you were called. But if you are not called, you don't get calls, you don't get notices. So the most important thing was to create a single database for unemployed people in Lekwa, so that when the mall employs general workers, it goes to that database and draw people from there. But if we have databases that are lying everywhere, everybody has got a database and everybody do as they please with the database, that then hampers opportunities for young people. The second one is the presence of the youth council in the municipality. One of my biggest ambitions has always been to form a stable and a functioning youth council in the municipality. The youth council that will be pro-youth issues, that will bring issues of young people before council. I know that the council has many young people who are councillors, but unfortunately they are not drawn from the youth. And therefore, if you have a pro-youth council that will sit around the table with you and bring issues of young people to you, that will assist. The other issue that was a problem for young people, look, I grew up in this municipality, and during my youth years, I participated in drama, I participated in music, I played volleyball, I played soccer. Unfortunately, I was fired from the choir because myself and Ronald Mkondwane, we were said to be singing as if we were on the grandstand. But at least I tried. To sing.
Yes, you tried.
I also tried my luck with ballroom dance, and unfortunately, I touched people's toes, and I was expelled. But at least I tried.
You tried. It's the trying that counts.
So that's the activeness that was there for young people. But unfortunately, when we came in, we realized that community halls have become expensive for young people.
True.
They can't go and practice. They can't go and do their performances. You see, so which is why I then took an exception and say, as the executive mayor, I will make sure that community members who are young, who want to make use of community halls, can use them free of charge. So I've assigned community halls to young people for rehearsals and for performances.
We didn't know that, guys. Please listen. We didn't know that because we are struggling. We are trying to host certain things. Like right now, as you can see, that I have a podcast, and you know, that thing of not where to go, who to ask, and you want to do something. Maybe at some point it's really frustrating. At the end of the day, you end up, giving up. As you know, that the last time we sat down, it was like 2023, and I was still trying to push for this. But because of lack of support and you don't know what to do. Availability of spaces to say, even if I want to launch or, do certain things like your Standard One's talent show, you understand? How am I going to do them if, I'm not employed, I'm trying to build something, and at this point, there's nothing I can do because I cannot afford even the space. So I think, guys, as you, like, please find the right people to communicate with, and you do, and please be disciplined when you do that. Because another thing also, I think it also, we must not neglect the fact that some people, so also be disciplined about it. Let's use the opportunities in the right way, right? Let's not be too happy and be like, this is our halls, by the way. So if we can just also respect the opportunities that are given to us, I think we're going to do so well. So please be attentive and listen to the information. Take as much as you can, so that at least this will give you some insight with, I want to do this, so maybe I can contact who and who to get a way forward. So yes, we thank you so much for that information, Baptiste.
Yeah, no, you see, it's frustrating for young people who want to do something. I belonged to gospel choirs. At that time, we had a lot of gospel choirs. And for you to go and do a performance in the town hall, in the community hall, meant a lot, because that would have been an opportunity for you to raise funds and also for people to see you. But if those platforms are not made available to young people free of charge or at reasonable prices, it demoralizes them. And therefore, which is why I then took it upon myself and say, we will make sure that halls are available for young people, whether they want to rehearse or they want to perform. So I think that assisted a lot. But over and above that, the other thing that we were doing as an administration at that time was to collaborate between ourselves, the college, ISCOM, Sirit, that we can come together and say, are we having the necessary skills available for young people so that they get employed in industries around the municipality? And just before my departure, we also had meetings with the industrialists around the municipality, your COFCO, MIDO, Standerton Mills, where we wanted to revitalize and refurbish the industrial area so that we can open the factories that are closed, so that we can see how do we best ensure that we upgrade the industrial area,
Yes.
so that we can have more factories moving into the industrial area, opening in the industrial area, and giving young people opportunities. But I think what is important that should have happened was the establishment of the Youth Council, which was going to advocate and lobby for issues of young people.
Yes. No. Guys, please listen very attentively. So right now, I just, for the last time before we close off, I want to address that if you guys have any questions or there are certain things, specific things that you want to hear from Ubab Thabethe, don't hesitate to just text explicit chatter number or just comment on the comment section below so that we can know what are your concerns as the public, right? Because right now I'm just trying my best, to give you some insights. But if there's something you guys want to hear specifically from him, I know he's gonna give us permission, guys.
Yes.
Like he is available. You don't need to stress. You just need to be patient with the time because at the end of the day, we are busy, right? So, Bab Thabethe, thank you so much. So before we close off, let's touch for the last time in the future of politics. Like, what are you seeing in the future of politics in Standerton, right? With our current, leadership right now. I think you've already said that we can expect any changes again. Maybe by March you are back or anything like that. But right now, what do you see as for the future of politics in the Lekwa local municipality?
My position has not changed. You see, as long as politics that govern our municipality is controlled in ML or it's controlled in Nelspruit, we are not going to win.
Okay.
We will only sing changes and see practical changes and develop this municipality when issues that we deal with in our municipality are for our own people, for us. That development becomes about us, that issues becomes about us. But as long as we are still controlled by people in MLO, we are controlled by people in Nelspruit, we are not going to develop as a town. So it's important for the people of Lekwa to put this municipality first. With due respect to the current leadership, it's worrying. It's worrying that what we are seeing more influence from people that are coming from Nelspruit, that are coming from MLO. You would have seen the celebrations that were there. It's not people from Lekwa that were celebrating, but it's people from Nelspruit that were celebrating. It's people from MLO that were celebrating. I want the people of Lekwa to be jealous of themselves, to be jealous of this town, that the development of this town does not lie in the hands of anybody but us. Tina, we are from here. Tina, this is our home. And if we make mistakes, let's correct one another here. If we need to teach one another, let's give lessons to each other here. Let us put our municipality first. But if this town still continue to be a feeding ground of people from MLO and Nelspruit, we will never see development. We will never see development. There are very serious decisions that were taken by this administration recently, which are very, very serious. And I, just off the record, I can tell you that there are things that are happening in the municipality that should not be happening, which does not prioritize the people of this municipality. So I want to thank the people of Lekwa for the support that they've given us, for the comments and every prayer they've made for us during our tenure. And I know that they have not yet stopped praying. And my appeal to them is that they should not stop praying. We will overcome this. We will continue to march as this community. We will continue to grow and develop as this community. So they shouldn't stop praying. They should not stop believing. But I just want to thank each and everyone who supported us, in this short period of 3 years, that we could achieve what we have achieved. I know that there's a lot that still needed to be done on issues like water. I know that we've solved the problem of electricity in Tutotebe and Vodacom. We are now busy with the electricity in Roykopen, and there's more that is coming. But only if we put the standard on and Lekwa Municipality first.
No, thank you so much. So before I close off, let's just let the journalist side of me come in for just a moment and have some controversial question, right? Do you think that, I don't know what is the correct political word, but the combination or, ukuhlangana nje where EFF and ANC is it a good, or you feel like it's a shaky decision? Like, are we in trouble?
Yeah, no, you see, that marriage, unfortunately, it's not based on genuine issues. It's based on personal issues, and already cracks are there, tension is there. If you might have seen the IDP consultations that were there, if you can see the strategic planning that took place last week, all of that tells you that the marriage, it's purely about personal issues. It has nothing to do with the community, and hence the decisions that they are currently taking, which are not for this community. So I don't see a very good future in that marriage. I'm not saying that our marriage with EFF was perfect. I'm not saying that our marriage with the other parties was perfect. All marriages have their challenges, but if you are to say which marriage is more dangerous, ours with the EFF or the ANC with the EFF, I will say run away from the marriage of the ANC and the EFF.
Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you so much, Mr Thabethe, and thank you, guys, my viewers at home, family. Thank you so much for staying until thus far. If you have watched and you are here right now, we are going somewhere. We know most. So thank you so much, Mr. Thabethe. We're definitely still gonna connect. Maybe we're still going to sit down again next time. So we may have to send
No, we'll do.
No, thank you so much, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the videos. We are trying to grow, guys. We are just starting out, but you can see that we are coming in strong. So please just subscribe, share, and like. This is Boy Miss Gemini, your one and only host. See you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.